Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I agree. I
So-
think having a good voice actually is like key.
Yeah, it helps you get into that character like headspace.
Yeah, the longer I play with you and the longer I see you play your characters, the more I'm like, yeah, no, a voice is necessary, I think.
Even if it's like, I'm just gonna add a little bit of gravitas to my voice. Like, technically, I have not been doing Shia's voice correctly. Her voice is
Now
like,
recording.
Fucking Craig.
Shia's voice. Jesus Christ, Craig, interrupt me in the middle of my speech. Oh, jeez. Okay. But yeah, like Shia's voice is literally just more proper, right? Because I'm thinking she's a royal upbringing, so she's gonna try to like literally, I think my voice is just like raised a little bit, like, okay, guys, like this is what we're going to do today. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that changed at all, but in my head it like changes.
No,
yeah,
it definitely.
Yeah, no, it came across.
Okay.
Definitely
cool.
does. Hi, by the way, and I'm seeing we have a squall, actually. Holy crap. Hello? I can't hear you.
Well,
Let me see. Okay, maybe there's some
can't hear him
background
either.
noise. I think that's just background noise.
yeah.
But,
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
hear
it's
background noise.
Background noise.
what?
There he is!
Hey!
Oh yeah. Yeet.
And hi, Gab. I was just surprised to
she's
see.
muted.
Oh, okay.
India.
There seems like a lot going on back there. Well,
A little bit. They're talking candles. My dad and Gab.
Oh.
So
wait,
Like,
I've got a fun story.
is that
While,
like a bad thing?
not necessarily, but they're
of
both-
voices and in your head and such like that is when you guys were talking. That's what it reminded me of. But I wanted to greet people. Was when I went to go see the very first Harry Potter movie. I went to go see it with my mom. I was like maybe 12, maybe 13, something like that. And when we got out of the movie theater, she asked me what I thought about it, and the first thing I said to her was like, I don't know, their voices aren't the same. And then, and then she was like, what, of the ones in your head? And I'm like, yeah. They all have voices in my head when I read.
I am now convinced. I had this experience with Jurassic Park. I'm now convinced that it's a million times better to watch the movie first and read the book second.
Oh, yeah.
Than the other way around. That's nothing but disappointment if you read the book first. But if you like watch the film adaptation, or whether it's a TV series or whatever, you like get an idea. You get the gist of the story, and you know if you're gonna like it or not. And then you pick up the book, and it's like that, like times a million.
Yeah,
Right,
then you
everything is
actually
better.
get into it.
Yeah, there's more detail, there's more backstory, there's more character development. It's like everything you want. It's almost like the movie or the TV show or whatever is like a teaser. Like here's what you'll find, but there's more in the book.
You know, that makes me feel so much better because I used to feel like such garbage for like not reading the Lord of the Rings.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't feel like that. The books are that's like the one book series that I've read that like I just despise. Lord of the Rings books to me are terrible.
Because I was told that it was like, but it was for me, I liked it better because I was able to, I'm looking for more information now. Like, and I'm getting that, you know, but if I didn't watch the movies first, it's a fucking hard book series to follow. Besides what, The Hobbit, which is like a children's book, and that's like the easiest book to follow. You're like, this is wonderful, and then you like dive into the other books and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, to me, it's not even that there's a lot going on. It's the way it's written. It's written in such like a dry, like high, like it's trying so hard to be an epic, which it is. Don't get me wrong. Like the story, I think, is great, but the way that it's written is just like trying to eat cardboard to me. Like I can't get anything out of it. That's why I really like the movies, is because like the characters come to life, right? There's like, it's not just like dry, flat cardboard characters.
There's
like
so much stuff packed into there that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Like, I don't need to know every single ingredient that went into every dish on their feast, which is like 10 courses. It's just, it's so much unnecessary stuff.
But if you... Sorry, go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say that it really is, and then to add on top of it, like you're saying, it's dry, Olivia. I always like to point out the fact that he was a historian first and writer second. So
that explains so much.
Oh yeah, I did. If Bree, first off, is Bree on?
I believe she came on. Nope, we got Thea. Did not get Bree.
Okay.
Hi Thea.
If we got Bree, first off,
Cassidy.
Bree might strangle you for all of us saying this.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just agreeing that
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean, I love
Could
the
be
Lord of the
better.
Rings. I love the world he created. I love the characters he created, like the lore, like the Silmarillion's unmatched, right? Like nothing else exists like it, and it started. It inspired so many other writers to it inspired like all of modern fantasy, right? Like anything written after 1960 was inspired by the Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm not mad at it, but that doesn't mean that I don't have to like it.
I respect
I don't have to like the way it's written. Yeah, I respect it. I think it's cool and like kudos, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy reading it. That's it. I like it. I don't have to enjoy reading it.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely. Well, while we're waiting
Yay.
on Bree, I figured we could start with Mime potentially first. I know she has got a skedaddle too, but I don't know how we're gonna work that into it entirely yet.
Update: I probably won't skedaddle until like 9:30. Our favorite. It's funny, but our favorite restaurant is closed on Monday and Tuesdays, and we completely forgot. So, yeah, we're just gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. What's the?
We've put a pin in it.
What's the restaurant, if I may ask?
It's called Mola.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's a sushi place that is just so good. Like, all the sushi, so they prepare their California rolls. They actually prepare their crab. So it's like real crab, and then they put it in like some kind of like mayonnaise mixture before stuffing the roll. And then my favorite thing is that the rolls are just stuffed to the gill. Like, you don't know how that they do it, but it's just like every roll is like kind of like bursting, and then the fish is just really, really tasty. I mean, for Pittsburgh sushi, if I could compare my qualities, it's my favorite.
It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can respect that. I haven't been there myself, so I have to look into it. But I always have to contend with the fact that Hun, my girlfriend, is vegetarian, vegan. So there's always a challenge of trying to find a place that we both will enjoy. But
yeah,
for an expensive night too, we generally do go to Pittsburgh. There's two places though that I was really fond of, and we were trying to find a third because of the funniness of it. First, we found a Spoon place called Spoon. It closed down, unfortunately, and it was really good. And then there was a place that we found more recently called Spork, and we went there for our anniversary, and that was actually really good.
I have a suggestion for you. I went to a vegan restaurant in Pittsburgh a couple weekends ago, and it was amazing. It's all like Eastern European based.
Mm-hmm.
So I got pierogies, and they were phenomenal.
What is it called? Eastern European. That's surprising.
Oh, it starts with an A. I'll have to look it up, and I
Aladdin's?
can text it to you. No, it's
I was gonna
like
say.
Ardkin or I'll look it up.
I was gonna say Aladdin's is Mediterranean, I think technically,
Yeah.
but that one's
No,
good too.
they had like they had borscht, they had pierogies, they had koptka, which are these like potato, like they had like it's very like Polish, like Eastern European food.
Interesting. This is cool.
Yeah, it was excellent. I will send it to the chat when I find it.
Yeah.
Places to suggest is like Con Alma, CONALLMA, Alma. It's a pretty. I mean, their food menu. It's so hard because a lot of places' food menus like shrunk significantly, but that
Yeah.
was it. Last time I remember, it was a really, really good place. But the thing that it's really known for is it has live jazz. And like we're talking like full band blaring, like it's awesome. And there's just there's one downtown, but then there's one that's moved to it's in East Liberty, and it's like this side street, and people are just pouring out. They have tables all over the sidewalk, and there's like music blaring, and you're just like, yes, like it gives me life. So there's that one, and that was really cool. But yeah, maybe whenever we all, or no, I guess we're not. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, once we get to another interlude spot, we should talk about oh shoot, the what time you guys wanted to get there. So, but
Yeah.
So Mime, you're waking up on this couch.
Yeah, I'm all alone.
And you're like,
Have to
wait
take
a second, where'd everybody go?
Yeah,
I'm
why
all
I'm
alone.
all by myself.
Josh and I were on the same. Sorry, good.
So I forget, what's this on the table here?
It seems like in the time that you had gone to sleep too, and while you were asleep, everything's been tended to, so everything's really primely cleaned. But these are all freshly placed vegetables and fruit, just laden down on this table.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can I take some?
Absolutely. There seems
So,
to be
like how...
seems to be an odd assortment of like some oranges, some blueberries, and there's like a pile of spinach. You're pretty confused by that one. And then there's like some lemons and some strawberries.
So I'm gonna take as much as I can. So I'm gonna eat some, right? And then, so I guess I'll eat some spinach and strawberries. I'll do like a real crude strawberry salad. And then, I'll put the rest of it, at least what will travel well, right? Like the lemons and stuff in my bag. So, how would you like me to record this? What kind of unit of measurement?
So there's probably
Like a
well, for the strawberries for sure, a pound. What I didn't know what else you were. So when you're saying you're taking as much as you can, I mean, I don't know.
So what was on there again? Sorry. So there were strawberries. There were
blueberries. There was there's actually a pile of grapes right in front of you too. That one's a little. And then there's oranges, some lemons, and some spinach.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna eat half the strawberries and half the blueberries, and all the spinach, and then put the rest of the stuff in my bag.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm gonna try to look for the door. I'm guessing it's one of these three.
You remember coming through that direction through the door to get downstairs. I'll take you down that way if that's where you're headed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going downstairs.
And you are standing at the top of the staircase that you vaguely remember that spirals down, and you can kind of get a view of the room. It's late. It's basically late afternoon now. I gotta change some of these people that I didn't have in here before. Here, Dink. And there's actually And
The kitty cat.
yeah, there's some Rakshasa. You're sort of familiar with them, but you've only heard of them like in legend, so it's very rare that you would see them. And then Talsk, who greeted you before, is sitting before the fire, it seems like, this morning, and there seems to be another lady that also holding a cat, standing in front of the door, though, to greet people. And
Interesting.
there's a bartender that's changed out as well. He looks pretty similar to the other one, though, that had been there last night, but he's a little bit different.
Tender.
Probably
Okay.
a little bit shorter.
I would love to go talk to the cat lady and the centaur and all the people, but I feel like that's going to take a whole lot of time, and I'm not super talkative anyway. Okay, so we don't have to like pay for anything, right? No, because we told the stories and we paid for all of our stuff. That's right. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to since I ate the fruit stuff upstairs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did my thing go to chat?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But I would
I'd
say,
say-
too, for the measurements of what you would take in, there were basically like a pound of each individual thing that was up there. It was like a heaping.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll redo it. I sent it to chat, but I don't see it.
I don't
Anyway,
see it either.
okay, so yeah, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna turn around and wave and, like salute everybody and be on my merry way.
Hi, Bree, by the way.
Hello.
Can I tell our horses are here somewhere, right?
You remember your horse has been posted over that direction?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go look for my horse. Do I see my horse?
Mm-hmm. Right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna get on my horse.
You do have
And-
control of them. Okay, yeah, good. Sorry.
Yeah.
I bumped you.
That's cool. And then where's the garden? Cute.
As you're kind of saddled up and started riding out that way, the bartender comes kind of hustling out. Oh, I forgot to mention, I believe you were with that party of the previous night?
Yeah, we like to party.
Well, they'd said, ask me to relay you a message that they'd headed north, towards Gargant. As per the plan, not sure what that means, but that was the message I was asked to relay.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
Thank you.
nods to you and walks back in, wiping his hands off on his cloth and going back inside.
Oh.
And you're in a tree.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm like,
This is the
I
path
can-
down this way here, and then.
but like I can't see anything. Like I can't get out of the tree.
Try now. You should be able to now. I moved you guys, but out of it.
Aha. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you moved. Wait. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
What? Oh,
I
you're
can
back
move
in the
horse,
tree
But I
somehow.
can't. Yeah, I can't move me back. Okay, north. Which direction is north? So wait. Oh yeah, that's right. So we're gonna follow. Hopefully you guys took out the weird people in the hoods, or maybe
As
we
you're-
did that before we went in.
Walking past the desecrated earth there, where Thea, you
Yeah,
kind
we
of
did
remember, created some rubble, and in the path there is actually a piling of bloody masses that kind of look like just giant, like if you'd imagine like when you'd swat a pretty full mosquito, all but covering the road right there as you pass, and you look around, and you kind of notice a bit of blood dripping from the tree over here.
Okay, we're gonna keep riding past that.
Roll a survival for me, please. You're heading north though. You're riding at a steady
survival.
pace. Yes, you're riding at a steady pace. It's the day is going along, the sun's creeping around, and
I'm gonna. Did that go? I'm gonna refresh this.
okay.
I don't know why it's not.
just gonna go ahead and say that can't tell you how many times I wish I could just roll a survival in life. Great.
I don't know. Okay.
You can. I don't know how good it's going. How much good it's going to do you when it comes to like starting a fire, but you know, it is still worth it to see what decisions you're making. Sometimes.
Fair. Roll
And speaking
survival. Roll.
And speaking of decisions that were made with such things,
What is going on?
you can't see if you're not looking at the. Oh, I seen that you went to chat there.
Did you get survival? At least my chat's
No.
working again.
I just see hello.
Mother effer. Okay.
If you're rolling it in D&D Beyond,
I am.
okay, let me go to that campaign and see if it's popping up over there. Nope. I see Zeph's rolls from presumably last time.
I have a die. What do I need to roll?
Oh, let's see. Is your... Yeah, it's in here. I'm curious. It's a D20, but then I just don't know what your modifier is.
+2.
Okay, so D20 plus 2.
I got a 4, so +2 is 6.
Oh, right. So, you're kind of wandering north, and you get a little disoriented. You're like not real sure which way is north anymore. And you're walking along a pathway though that's not changed. So you're like, well, if I stay on this, you look back at the map that you'd gotten from Titty Sprinkles, and like it seems like there's only one path on this map, so should be good. And trying to make sure that I get your horse over here too, which is the draft horse. Here it is. And you're at the bottom of a cliff face that's got water running down it from a giant waterfall over in that direction, over to your left there. And it's got a path leading up to the top of where the waterfall is coming from, and there's a path back this way that you just passed, leading up another set of cliff faces. And then there's a farther off in the distance, you're getting straight in front of you a silhouette of a giant stone obelisk statue looking thing, kind of a pyramid shape, pentagon. Yeah, more of a pentagon pyramid because it's got a straight base.
Pentagon.
Yep.
Okay. I can use the dark to talk to everybody, right?
I would say.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use it, activate it, and be like, "Hey guys, I'm at a fork in the road. Do I go towards the water or towards the creepy-looking stone thing?"
And
Water is creepy.
Water's probably safer.
Wait.
I'm following you. You should have been here before.
Wait,
Is that not true?
Where? Okay. I need a map. Wait, where was Mime? Was she back in like the innkeeper and slept for like 5 days?
that was only one day that passed the... Well, it was like a... So you experienced... She was a little confusing too because you'd missed the session before that, which you'd flown off the mountain, and and then like... Time's weird. I don't know what to tell you. So it was like...
It's like Game of Thrones. We're panning out to different main characters.
Yeah, right now you guys are talking to Mime on your journey towards Gargant. That's what you're experiencing right now. Like, in that process of getting to where you guys are sleeping right now.
Okay. So we are not currently in the front of Gargant, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, when she's talking to you, or when they're talking to you.
Okay. Um.
Yeah, I guess I should have prefaced, like, you know, not mad. You guys left me, trying to catch up. I left. I went north, past the story, the inn story. Forget what the name was. And
And
I'm
then
trying to catch up. I see this fork. I don't know which way you guys went. Any clues?
and Mime starts her whole Home Alone saga.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
I feel like
I remember
Cass and
the
I are.
obelisk. What?
Did you go past the obelisk, or did you stay away from it?
Past it.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the obelisk then. And hopefully past it uneventfully.
And you. Oh, I guess that's cheating.
Watch out for the
Goes ask-
Sphinx.
As you ride up on the obelisk, you do notice they are there. Some gargoyle statues just laying on the ground,
not these fucks again.
immobile, and they look like they'd taken a little damage, but otherwise they're oddly seeming to like heal, like living stone almost. And there is another fork in the road in front of you, just past the gargoyles, one leading almost directly north, one leading to the left, which is northwest, and then one more northeast.
Well,
If you
since
want,
there's water,
you can roll another
over to the-
survival to try and see what direction you should go.
I
as
see.
in, like, you're kind of using your intuition, and like it's kind of based on luck and your judgment.
looking for tracks.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
It could Mime share her screen because, as a visual person, Sarah Chudkowski needs help remembering, but Shia would probably remember where she walked in the last 6 hours. So,
Yeah, Shia would. I would grant that. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of how best to do it, because I think, yeah, Mime, you could share yours in Discord if you can, or
I'm not.
oh, you're on your phone, right? Aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
I
is
think I can
this
hold
sucking?
on to your little person or your horsey.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll another d20 for
Okay.
survival. Ooh, 16, so 18.
As you're coming up on that, you're noticing been a big scuffle around this obelisk too. Like in the dirt, everything's churned up. But it seems like there are some lesser tracks coming from the very north path, and there's some fainter ones even more going towards the northwest track. But the most of the tracks that you'd seen coming through, some horse and some people, are going towards the northeast.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go northeast. I'm gonna since I'm by myself, I'm gonna leave a wide space between me and the gargoyles. I'm gonna try my best to stay as far away from them as possible.
All right. I would
And go.
I would say then, at that point too, because you're on a slightly larger horse, you're quite a easier load. You're catching up with your friends just before they lay down to sleep, basically.
Oh, cool.
You kind of see them sitting on a rise farther off in the distance, and you'd see just behind them the city of Gargant, which lay besieged, as you've heard, with a large encampment in front of its gates, with two towering mountains off to either side of the gate that seems to help protect Gargant as a whole. I'm going to...
at the joy of seeing my companions, Mime's going to very uncharacteristically stand up as much as they in their saddle and scream like, "Hey guys, we made it! Fucking finally!"
Did you get your beauty sleep, Mime?
I did. I needed it.
You're looking good. Didn't we send...
Finger guns.
Finger guns. Didn't we send Shia's brother after Mime?
As Mime's yelling, that's when you guys send him after her, basically. Instead this time, to kind of help them through the brush to your camp. So what you experience, Mime, is your friends kind of ducking over that last ridge there. You're like, the fuck? And because the sun's actually setting currently behind you, and it's getting pretty dark. But what happens from your perspective is a dragonborn comes floating over on a flying carpet to land next to you, and greets you and says, "Hello, Mime."
Hello.
It
is I.
I'm Shia's brother, Donar. And he kind of raises his eyebrows and looks you up and down.
Hi, Donar. You wanna make a trade? You can have this lovely horse for that carpet.
Oh, well, that isn't the trade I would offer, but, and I couldn't possibly take it. I have quite an attachment to this carpet, and he pets it, and it kind of rubs up against his hand as if a cat, and kind of leaning into
cute.
it.
A flying carpet.
Carpet. But I do would like to get to know you maybe a little bit better. Perhaps once we get into the city, I could show you around.
Keep it in your pants. Frickin'
Okay,
dumbass.
let's get into the city first, and then we can talk.
Absolutely. If you just
I'm in the
follow-
background just finger gunning.
You just
Where is everybody?
if you just follow me, they're straight through this brush over here, and he starts gliding next to you on the carpet in silence. We're avoiding. I'm assuming you're following him too here.
Mm-hmm.
We're avoiding this bridge here just because, if you can see, just across from here, there's a little bit of a guard post that they can't quite see us in this dim lighting, luckily. But we've snuck in right behind this big tree through the brush for the night. I think I got you. No, I didn't get you.
Cool.
I had you, and then you popped back over there. There we go. And you were with all your friends who are currently deciding who's going to be the guards for the evening, and it seems like it's they settled kind of on an order to some degree, and then you show up.
I mean, I'll sleep some more. I don't have to guard. It's fine.
That's all you heard through the bushes, basically, and as you're coming up.
My horse is stuck.
Ah, crap. Okay, I got it.
Your horse is the worst. Oh my god, it's so wide. Why is it so thick?
It's a draft horse.
Juicies.
It's
I
stuck
purposely
in
picked the
everything
biggest
because
horse.
Yeah, because it's chunky. What, Sarah? I feel like, so we had like a whole plan, and now I don't remember it.
Donna chimes in. We were going to take turns in the morning to fly into the city. I think that was the plan, at least. But there was
Look at this
there
guy.
was a bit of confusion, I think. I'm not sure if that was the settled on thought or not.
Well, now the brains of the group is
Josh.
here, so.
Wait, do you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Josh, are you wearing a crown?
I am. That was the decision I made while I was at the Renaissance Fair on the whim of the dice. I walked in and was looking at him, and I was like, all right, so I think I want a crown, but I'm not sure. And they're like, okay.
I
Well, let's see
love
what
it.
the dice
Feel powerful now?
Hmm?
Do you feel powerful now?
I guess so. I don't know. It feels
I
heavy.
like it.
Yeah. You know, be wary of the weight of the crown, as they say, or whatever, however it goes. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's how it goes.
Mm. But so Shia, now speaking. I also had the idea of potentially flooding the area and using my lightning breath and electrocuting all of the groups of people, but I don't know how well that would work.
Oh. We haven't
I don't know
gone.
if
We haven't gone that far with it yet. It's progressed slowly into this. You know, first we were experiencing the sickness, as you know, and these people were actually inside the city. Is one thing that I'd not been able to mention in our haste of being abducted there, and eventually kicked out for some of their trespasses inside the city. Dad was not happy with them spreading their ill-begotten religions around willy-nilly.
So,
I
do
can
we need to
understand that.
cure? Do we need to cure the sickness first before we go into the city?
No, that's another catching up there, I think, little one. I'd shared with the rest of your friends here, we'd received Shia's note with the elixir, and we'd been able to, introduce it into our water sources, and it seems to be taking effect. We haven't gotten a single new case of the sickness after the fact.
Cool. Good to hear.
So now they just have a big cult problem.
Have you tried Kool-Aid?
Well, it seems like that's what, Big Sis here is actually suggesting, some sort of
Electric Kool-Aid.
Let's poison the water source. No? Too soon?
Snap.
Alright.
Oh, there is that. Also, there's. I don't know if you remember, Sis, but there is that cavern we used to play in under the right side mountain of Jujin. There's a passage that this stream goes under that one can actually get through pretty easily. But most people don't see it because it's well overgrown and such.
Oh, I remember that. Good times.
I have tidal wave. If that would help in your electrocution plan.
I have create and destroy water.
I like this. I believe we could do something of the sorts.
It seems plausible, Donar says again, too. He's kind of thinking out loud, though. I don't know if it would hurt the foliage in the forest in this area, though. There are some plant life that is
Absolutely not.
pretty...
Absolutely not.
Well,
This must be controlled. We must protect the environment. I am all for burning the city down. We must protect the trees.
Well, can't
Te-
Thea do her
technically-
plant growth thing?
Potentially. I guess.
well, I would assume. Okay, so easy there, tree hugger. I would assume that a tidal wave goes a certain way, right? And the electrocution shock. Actually, I might have to. I don't think I have that big of a hit, so I'd have to hit things specifically in a certain area, and the travel of electricity is not going to go up much further. So we would have to do some calculations to make sure we even hit all the people, because there's a chance that they're just getting hit by water. Though that might help because they'll just get taken out by a tidal wave, so maybe I don't even have to do electricity, and water is water. Plants will be happy.
I can
Yeah, I
cast.
mean, as long as we calculate it and it's not completely out of control.
I could cast levitate on you as well, if you wanted to be able to kind of float in the air and move about as you're shooting your lightning.
Yeah,
A flying lightning dragon.
that's right, because dragonborns don't have wings, do we?
Typically not.
What kind of dragon is your brother?
He's a golden hopper. Josh, you made this decision when you put him in here.
I'm a
Because I thought, I thought all of Gargants are blue dragonborns.
Your youngest brother did not follow the family line in that regard. He follows after.
Okay. So, all right. So me and that's okay. This makes sense then, because then me and Donar, would then get along because he's an outcast, because he's not perfect. He's not a blue dragonborn, so he's actually removed from the possibility of even being part of the throne.
And why he'd also been the one to come find you.
Yes. Because he's the only one that cares.
Mm-hmm.
Family props.
I guess my concern is that there's a lot of guards and only so much water and lightning. So I don't know if we want to save that combo attack until we're inside the gates.
It might be a good way to get in the gates. I also can create water. I can make it rain.
So I feel like the worst, like, drowning them is not a half bad. What is going on?
It was just the I've been calling it Space Invaders from Mime. She got it. Whenever she switches from mobile to Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever I turn my Wi-Fi off, I don't hear it. So one day I'm gonna have to figure out what this sounds like.
If you listen to the recordings. You were saying something?
Oh, I was saying that, I don't know if I was the one saying, but I was saying that the worst, like, if we bring all this water in and we do mass tidal wave, then we're going to knock a whole bunch of people out and away from the area. So, and then whoever's left, if there's still people alive, then I can do the breath weapon and electrocute them. Like, because they're still in, like the water's kind of going down. If I didn't see they got wiped out by the tidal wave, then I can electrocute them.
An idea of like a big attack to take out as many people as possible. Then we can like go in and clean up whatever's left.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people.
What's Zeph and Squall's opinion about this? They seem like the type that have good ideas here.
I mean, I'm always down for some destruction.
Murder.
Is there a way to like get a PSA out to the citizens that aren't in the cult?
So, sorry, we didn't describe this very well to you, but the bad people are on the outside of the fence. And there's whole campgrounds. There's these 4 circles of inner groupings, and they're completely surrounded the area. So we're going to be taking down and attacking these groupings, if that makes sense. So we're not going to be harming the inside.
I'm gonna
I
interject
mean, that makes
on
it a lot easier.
their fortifications are pretty hefty. Normally, they've got these carts that they've taken all down and put up. Actually, they've disassembled their wheels and stood them up, kind of like barricades and walls all along the place of their different places. And they've added on as they've killed and captured merchants. Mainly killed, seems like. We're not really sure why, though.
The idiots couldn't think of anything better.
Could be. Though they keep preaching about this order for a better future. Don't understand what death and destruction has to do with order.
I'm slowly getting more like Iron Man. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
It's great. No.
It's honestly more Big Boss from freaking Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking just straight up like I am Batman, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to go for like a gruffer sounding voice that's kind of like, but then I kept leaning back too to get cat ass out of my face.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's the situation.
how? So, Thea, you said you can create a tidal wave. How deep of a tidal wave can you make?
It's 10 feet tall and 30 feet wide. No, 10 feet tall, 30 feet long, and 10 feet wide. So we have to position ourselves accordingly.
Yeah.
So what if, would it be possible for like 2 of us, like me and either you or Mime, to like come around one side of the camps, and then Shia and either yourself or Mime go around to the other side of the camps, and Shia can use, like, we can create the water and Shia can electrocute it, and then create the water and I freeze it, and like just encase everybody in ice. That way we can take them all out at once.
And then electrocute them?
I like that.
Well, yeah, because they'd have like electric water coming from one side and frozen water coming from another side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because thinking back, you said it was 30 feet wide?
30 feet long.
So, so I don't know if that's big enough to hit. So I think you're right. I think we're gonna have to break off, and I think we're gonna have to do 2 sections.
Yeah.
So water, ice, and then water, lightning. And that works out because my breath weapon is a 30-foot range, but at the same time, I don't know how far that'll spread in the water.
And I am rusty on my dragon colors. What is Donar's breath weapon?
Oh, I've actually don't. I mean, I'm actually not.
Not acid.
Can't remember. Copper dragons I thought were cold. Because I think my dragon that like trained me was a copper dragon.
Silver.
But it could be brass. Silver. Yeah. Okay.
Bronze is lightning. It's acid that's black. What color? What color is he? Yellow?
He's copper.
He's copper.
Yeah, which it's like a
Is it acid?
it's a cone of gas is actually what I was reading. Not even acid. It's
Poison.
No, I was going to the description now. It just said gas when I was looking
It's
at
a fart.
Yeah. I just have really stinky breath.
Hey, that's pretty toxic.
No,
Yeah, the damage type is acid though.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
okay.
this says. They also have a
wanna-
resistance to acid damage.
Okay.
We can make some acid rain.
Acid rain.
So then he's copper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It very much suits his character role and personality too, actually.
Mhm.
Is he level 3 or
Uh,
higher?
Yes.
Nice.
What's your level, brother? What's your D&D level?
Mm.
Well, my challenge
So
rating
here's
is
a
6. If you...
That's funny.
20 feet through water before dissipating. So if I have like a, let's just say like a 30-foot spread, so we can say that that's like a 50-foot. I mean, you do what you want, DM. I'm just curious.
What are you talking about? I was kind of reading through his spells too.
Lightning.
Mhm.
Generally, lightning can travel for 23 feet through water before dissipating. How far the lightning travels depends on the intensity of the lightning, topography of the water, salinity, and temperature. Lightning does not penetrate deep into water, but charges disperse in all directions. I feel like
I would say that, I mean, it would still affect the water. It would basically charge the water. So, like, I would say that you would basically, because I'm not going to dig too deeply into that, I feel like, only in the regards to that the easiest thing to do would be just that you've charged the water now. So, like, your damage, you would roll as if you were dealing... if it hits, the individual, which most cases it should and might be, it would just be like if their DC succeeded, they would be not buffeted back or something. I'm guessing it looks like they would still take like half damage or something. But then you would also add the damage of the electricity to it,
okay.
And Donna does chime in and says,
Besides, my breath weapon isn't very strong, but the greatest spell I have at my disposal currently at my lower level inside of our family is at this cone of cold.
Cone of cold. Thought we did that to each other when we were young, brother. Give each other slushies.
Oh, I wish
Dunk each.
I could go for one of those right now. It's a pretty warm day.
Mm.
We could also make it back over the wall, one which way or the other, into town, and perhaps work with father and brother and everyone there. Lars has been pretty involved in the campaign against them as well.
Could we send a message to them to attack from the other side so that we have reinforcements on the inside? Kick them from behind and from front.
Would be feasible. I mean, I think I'm the only one suited for delivering that message necessarily. Oh, except for maybe your friend Squall here.
Uni.
Well, do you have any sort of like water, anything?
No. I do not. I I can help with the acid. I have acid splash. Other than that, it's just good old Eldritch Blast.
Don't limit your strength of Eldritch Blast. It's always a good one.
That it is. That it is.
So what if?
Well, I support this decision of a multi-front attack.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what if like Donar and Squall go into the city, rally some troops, and then they could hit from like behind with the acid?
Like a 4-sided. We each attack a circle.
Yeah,
it
each
might be
make an encampment.
might be
One
hard to
person
time it.
per encampment? I don't know about that, sis. There at least looked, if you remember, at least like 15 people per encampment. Maybe 20. Hard to tell from that
I
height.
feel like, brother, but I feel like we're talking about very large attacks. Like, we're not like individually we're going to go pew pew pew. We're coming in and we're tidal weight, we're washing them over with water and either acid raining them, or we are tidal waving them or electrocuting them, and there's so many different ways.
I'm trying not to rain on your parade, sis,
No,
but Father has been instructing us boys in the way of war for a while, and those were 100-foot rings they have of these carts circled in each place, just as another piece of the puzzle. I'm not, like I said, not trying to raid on your parade, not saying that we shouldn't do it, just adding more information into the pot.
I feel like the DM is telling us not to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to like kind of figure out what we should or shouldn't do, like come up with a plan when we haven't seen, like we don't have a map, we haven't seen.
Can Shia draw them? I can draw you.
Yeah. I would
also,
say if you
we
draw
could-
if you draw a map, roll for me, but I would probably just send the images that I'd sent to you, Shia.
Okay.
Because Shia had
we
gotten
could
a bird's eye view.
Also,
Sorry,
gotcha.
Mime?
We could also just attack one at a time, one encampment.
Yeah.
If these are like pretty hefty encampments, we can just like take them out.
Hmm. I don't think that splitting up is necessarily a good idea. I just didn't know how far apart the encampments were from each other, or if
Yeah.
like we start attacking one, are they all gonna show up? I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either how far apart they were. That's why I suggested like both sides, because I just like for some reason in my brain I was like, okay, 4 encampments, but like in my brain it was like 4, like boom 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 boom.
I mean, we don't really have to do this up close either, so it's not like they can do an opportunity on attack on a. My thought is like run in, run out, take cover.
So
Yeah, I was definitely thinking more like a major first attack, right? Take out as many as we can, and then go in and clean up whatever unlucky stragglers survive.
Yeah, a surprise
Like
attack.
take it over. Yeah, and either because if we leave the encampment there, it's just ready for other people to come in and take over and refortify. So I feel like we should completely destroy and dismantle whatever is there, so
Yeah,
it can't be used again.
it would be like a surprise attack, but we would, I mean, after the initial attack, we would have to be prepared to fight whoever's left, which I think we could do probably.
Yeah.
if you did you share those in Facebook? It looks like.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay, because the other thing that I was thinking about, I was trying to remember how I'd done those, is you guys could settle down for the evening, describe how you're getting settled down, and while you're doing that, like, I know you guys were setting up a garden, everything, but I don't know if you're going to eat again, because you guys are pretty peckish. It has been a long day for some of you, not so long for Mime necessarily, but you could eat again. And
We make an all eat.
and also that it is nighttime currently, if you recall, like I was describing for this particular timeline now. I haven't shown it, but I was getting there as well. Let me see. Oh, it's in the weather for some reason. Dink.
No.
We're codependent. Oh,
Yeah, I feel that.
She like doesn't. She has to be like 3 feet from me or less at all. Like if I'm doing the dishes, she's like under my feet. I can't move.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Oh, it's a
Totally worth
awkward.
I know. It's like having a roommate that doesn't complain or anything. Doesn't nag.
Doesn't make dishes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Alright, go lay down, sweetheart.
So you guys laying down for the evening, or are you gonna try and attack in the night?
I mean, we're definitely sleeping. We're not attacking right now. We need to eat.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat some of my bread.
So who's keeping watch, or does that matter?
You'd come up
I can. I only have to sleep for 4 hours, so.
with a certain order at one point. I don't know if you want to see where you fit in it. I'm scrolling back through now. It's not that far. Not that far.
It was right before Thea's like plant growth in the chat.
There it is.
It was me, Squall, Thea, Idril, and then Shia.
So I think Mime is asking where to fit in that. Do you know where you want to go, Mime?
Like, do you want me to take the first watch? I
Is
can
that,
do that if you guys want to sleep.
That's up to you. I was gonna take first watch, but if you want to, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, sleeping.
If you guys are all tired, let's
I will sleep and get my birdie rest.
Meditating.
okay. Well, during the first watch, Mime, it's been pretty silent. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of you, right? Count through Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've counted that right. I think. Because I was trying to break it up into hours for the 12 hours of the night, so everybody would get like 2 hours. But for the first 2 hours, it's pretty easy going. You feel fine too. Like you could probably take over next watch. You haven't woken anybody up yet for that watch yet, though, either. So, but it is at the end of your watch, and the night has progressed along nicely. It's cooling off from the warmer days. You've actually been traveling through a forest of almost jungle and tropical nature, but not quite fully tropical, more like subtropical. And it was pretty humid, but now, yeah, that's all cooling off. The bugs are all pretty loud for the evening, but it is the end of your watch.
Maybe?
Okay. So maybe
Okay.
it's gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Without waking anybody up for the next watch.
Oh no, I am. Who's next?
Which one? Which one?
So it's the squawky Chia. So I can wake Steph up. And I have to sleep 4 hours. How else am I watching?
Like 2 hours.
Okay, so I guess I'll wake up Steph.
Ah.
Hey, hey. Maybe just goes over and like gets real close to her shoulder and taps it. Hey. Hi.
Hi, girl.
Hi.
Jeff just hit straight up and it's what's going on? What happened?
It's my. I'm done watching. It's your turn.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks. What do you need me to roll, Josh?
I didn't have Mime roll anything, so I was just kind of rolling off the cuff. But I was thinking too that your watch goes by pretty easily, but you're a little more wary of the night. In this particular region, you're not familiar with it, so the noises of the bugs have set you on edge, and it's nearing the time because it's only 2 hours. You're kind of sitting there in complete darkness because you guys hadn't started a fire either to keep yourselves hidden from the encampment that you're hiding in the bushes of next to, basically. And you notice actually in the sounds of the night too some weird chuffing and grunting from the encampment actually. And you're not really sure what it is. If you wanted to know anything more about that, you could roll, though it'd be like a nature, I would say, probably, is because you're thinking it's something out in the night, and your nerves are getting the better of you.
I got an 18.
Nice. So you're looking around in the night, and you don't see anything. You hear the rustling of leaves along with that chuffing, and you're like, it kind of sounds like just like a big some sort of it's got to be some sort of animal. I don't know. That's not that important. And then the last of your half hour, as you're realizing as you looked back up at the moon, has gone by, and it's the end of your watch now too.
And I heard that. Where did I hear? What direction did I hear that?
It was towards actually the bushes right next to the guards that actually have a small fire at the edge of the bridge on the encampment side.
So like across the stream and like towards this direction?
Yeah, so like northeast. Yep.
All right. I'm going to go wake up Thea. Because I know she's just meditating. Are your eyes open, Thea?
No, I feel like that'd be creepy.
That's what I was about to say.
But yeah, I'm probably aware.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up and like whisper in your ear, be like, Thea, and then just like slowly place a hand on your shoulder and like gently shake you.
Just kidding. I don't have any. I don't have that kind of power. Okay. Cool. Anything happen while you were hanging out?
Yeah, there was some weird animal noises coming from the bridge and across the river where those guards were. You'd probably know more about like what exactly it was.
Yeah, I wonder if they have animals with them.
It sounded kind of large.
Maybe I can get more info.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to sleep now.
I will sit down to watch, but with my focus in that direction.
Okay. You don't notice anything else during your watch? and you're thinking, I must have just been like you're thinking, and some sort of animal at first, and you're watching the moon go by and the animals chirping, or the bugs chirping in the night, and first hour goes by pretty easy. You're just looking around but as you're settling down, you realize there's more noises coming up and around that seem to be more alert to after you guys had set in, and some of the animals are moving around, and there's another chuffing again across the bridge in that direction Zeph was saying, and you're probably only halfway through your watch, and you hear it just through the brush. You can't quite see anything past the bramble and such that's there, other than the flickering lights.
Can I identify it by sound?
That would be a nature check.
Well,
considering your background, you're surprised you don't recognize this sound, because you'd spent a lot of your time in the city growing up, but you'd spent most of your middling years, and now too, out in the woods and listening to animals and appreciating them and such. But this one almost seems unnatural in its chuffing. It's almost as if it were closer to a choking, it sounds like, weirdly.
I bet they have some animals to be used against us. Okay, at the end of my watch, I'm gonna take out a loaf of bread and pull off a chunk and throw it and hit Squall with it.
I'm just gonna wake up like abruptly and like look around and like see that there's a piece of bread and start chomping on it.
Say, your turn, bud.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna get up, gnaw on my bread, and start taking watch.
The moon's kind of almost it's gone past its zenith by this point, and it's going close to the horizon near its the end of its pass over your visible sky, and you're watching it for a bit, and you're kind of just enjoying the sounds of the night. You actually hear, what catches your attention too are some owls out in the woods, just woohoo, woohoo, farther off. But they're not around you. You've noticed. It's odd to you too that for some reason they're avoiding this area. Must be the smell of all this death from people.
That's very perceived there. No, there's
And as the moon nears the end, almost basically over the horizon, you realize your watch is nearing an end, and you just hear through the brush, farther actually down south from you, and to the southeast, towards their encampment. And FYI, I was not able to share the Gates map straight into Discord. It was too big. I'd actually shared it as a handout in Astral. That's what I had to do. But I did share the encampments in Discord, so you should be able to click on that and bring it up for easy viewing with full kind of visibility of it.
Okay, I'm seeing that.
And yep, so it's putting you on edge, but it doesn't seem to be making another noise. But you know your watch is up as well.
Okay.
Waken the next person, or gonna hold
Yeah, I want to
watch?
wake the next person and then let them know, like, kind of give them a brief summary of like how my watch went, and then specifically tell them about the noise I heard from the southeast.
I think that's Idril.
Yeah, what was that noise again?
It's kind of hard to replicate, but it was deep, and it happened twice. But I can't
Keep an eye out.
duplicate it. Okay. And then I am gonna go back to bed.
Okay. And Idril, you're on the last watch, right? Or no, there's still Shia.
Yeah, there's some.
Okay. So you know that you're nearing the last watches, though, and you're noticing the slight tinging of brightness farther past the horizon. The sky is turning from a deep black maroon to a this subtle gray hueing as you notice the first hour kind of passing without much incident. There's simple noises of the animals going to sleep that were awake during the night, and some of the dusk animals, you hear some of like tinier animals just squealing, like, oh, I wish I could just call off imaginary animals like that all the time, but I'm trying. Because I was thinking of a raccoon when I made that noise a little bit, and but we'll say trash pandas out in the wild, and some simpler things like that. As the first hour goes by, and the second hour also goes by pretty quickly. You're still half meditating, just enjoying the scenery and being out in nature with a group again that seems to be at least somewhat caring of your values. They didn't want to destroy nature like you would, and you're thankful for that, kind of thinking to yourself. But yeah, the final hour of your watch goes smoothly with no other sounds that you didn't hear, that were described to you from Squall, at least. Nothing like that.
Well, I will go wake up Shia. I will tell her everything was calm and that Squall had said he heard some noises that I didn't. Well, you're
Not
on
sure.
mute.
A waste of a yawn.
You're that person.
Oh, all right. Let me do it again. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, April. I'll take it from here.
Some meditating.
You look down at Dorian, who's cuddling his rug. It's gone from one thing completely to another for his name. I thought it was something else, but when I'm imagining it, it's like Dorian, but it's like
Yeah.
Donar is what I think you said originally. That's
What
what
is
you
it?
said. Donar. D-O-N.
Donar.
Yeah. Like, because you were saying it earlier, too, and I was like, wait, are you talking about like a kebab? Because in German, a doner is a kebab.
Who named
I did.
Shia's brother? Okay.
So I was really craving a kebab after you said it the first time today. I was like, oh, I could go for one. But other than you looking down at your brother and going, oh, he's skipped out on it, on having to joined in our watches. At least he showed me around. But
I'm awake and not really, like, I've got my full rest in, so I'm gonna sit with Shia. Are you excited to see your family?
Excited. That's funny. Did I tell you guys that I ran away?
You didn't tell us much, but you and your brother's interactions were odd, so I figured there was a story.
Well, Donar and I relate out of all of them, but my family is a bunch of purebred blues, and you know, as a Gargant, we're trained to be masters. We're trained to be, you know, the fear bringers. Yeah, my dad never really ruled in the respect type. He ruled in the, you know, bring down on others. So we were all trained as fighters and also mixed with sorcery, a little bit of sorcery here and there. But you know, I was never good enough. It was always, wait, give me a second to find my other brother's names.
How many siblings do you have?
That many.
A lot, but I don't.
I like to
So-
imagine that Shia doesn't remember her siblings. She's like, give me a second. Let me just...
Just give me
They were
one
always in
minute.
and out.
No,
She's,
I
like,
would have.
counting on her fingers.
I would have said that we would have had like probably around like 4 brothers.
I have 5 brothers.
Get out. All right. So yeah, so there's Donar, but you know, no one was as good as Kriv. Kriv was the best and obviously the biggest douchebag you could imagine. So you know, and then and to further piss off my family, I went into alchemy, and you know, it was me and Corin and this old sweet man. He taught me everything about alchemist and taking care of people. It seems like I have a really complicated background, but really I learned nothing. No fighting skills. I just got beat up by my brothers, and so.
Who's in line for the throne?
That would be Kriv. He has proven himself. So how the line of the throne goes isn't by blood, it's by battles. So there is a yearly battle that takes place and against all of us, and whoever wins becomes, you know, is
You gotta
the.
do it. Are you gonna do it?
No. I gave that up whenever I picked up this lute and sung my soul into it and realized that through music comes power and not through fighting and anger, which all my other brothers, but I couldn't. It's too wish-wash anyways. Plus I couldn't stay in one place. I enjoy too much traveling.
I feel like you could win with the power of music.
Music and friendship.
And
Yep. It's about the friends you make along the way.
I realized I was on mute at that one point while you're trying to remember the names. but I was actually describing to while you guys were talking about the sun coming over the horizon. I think I was on mute anyways. Correct me if I was wrong, but I wasn't on mute there, but I was on mute on my headset kind of deals. But anyways, yeah, the sun is coming over the horizon, and the rays are punctuating through the trees into the canopy, kind of lighting and washing the areas with the orangish red glow of a morning sun. But you realize your watch is up. And you guys have made it through the night.
Yes.
All right.
I think that they have some kind of tamed animal that is going to be destructive. Did anyone else hear that?
I heard like a deep guttural noise. I guess you'd describe it that way. On my shift.
I heard it on mine. That's like whenever I woke Shia up for hers, I had let her know about it.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either. Wait.
Maybe we should just keep that in mind.
Definitely keep in mind.
I didn't hear anything either.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
That I have the Grammarly, and it like reads everything that I write on all the websites, and especially in like writing boxes, it'll give me little like what you're writing and how it feels, and like writing all of my brothers and family's name, it gives us like face, like not great. Which is kind of like what I'm going for though, because like if they were real happy names, like that's, like what I'm saying is that like the names themselves give off a real flat toned vibe, which is all like Dragonborns, like that's what their names should be,
Yeah. So what is it? It just gives you that face because you wrote those in?
Yeah.
Huh.
So if I was like, you're the best person ever. Oops. Love you all so much. Oh, it's still giving me a flat face. Oh, it's inconclusive now. It doesn't make. But yeah, so like let's say if I was writing something, like if I'm writing a work email, and if I am like real serious, or like if I'm like angry, like it'll have like a little angry face. And so I'll like erase it, and I'll erase it, and then I'll like go back and like regard this email. It was a lovely time. Like, and then they're like, smile. So it actually reads the feel of the writing.
Oh, okay.
It's
see
cool.
what you mean. Like it gives it's telling you the tone. Is what
Yeah.
It's doing. Yeah, I got you. Interesting.
A good business email, I get the handshakes. It's like little handshakes. I'm like, yeah. Good business email.
I've never sent a good business email.
Their work.
I feel like
It
those
takes a lot of work.
They do. I agree with you there. But I was going to say I feel like that's all I do. So when I try to write like a non-business email, it comes across really businessy, which is maybe sometimes bad.
Yeah.
But
It takes me like 30 minutes to write any email ever. And I was with a coworker once, and they like 10 seconds, just like no, they didn't even read their email a second time. They just like typed whatever they had and signed their name and hit send. And I was like, what are you doing? Like you don't read and edit and like check for tone.
Copy,
Like
paste,
what?
yeah.
This is wild.
Call your sisters, verify.
You don't read it out loud. Yeah.
Did I say this right? Is this the right tone?
You can definitely
Are
tell.
they, when I read this, do I like am I reading what I think I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is this like anyway?
Yes.
You can definitely
Alright,
tell the
so,
difference though from them, like whenever you're actually reading them too. Anyways,
Yeah. So my screen's still really dark. It's sunrise though, right?
yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just making sure that
There you are.
I'm staying. I'm picking up what everybody's putting down.
Yeah.
Cool. So I don't. So we wanted to talk to Shia's family inside, right? She and I wrote it down. Nope, I didn't. Her brother's family inside to try to like tag team these things. So does that mean we're not going to attack today? So we have to like send them a message and like verify that they're actually going to arrive.
Actually, well, while I was sleeping, now I've had some time to sleep on it. I was just realizing that all of my brothers are Donar, are lightning dragons, and we could probably do a lot more damage with our plan if we had them. So I think originally our plan was to sneak into the city by flying up on the carpet one by one. I say let's go back and do that and tell them of our plan, and there's probably more people too. They could have some more water spells. We could actually do some damage.
Yeah.
Okay, or because Donar talked about the stream. There is a way to get into Gargant. There's like a tunnel. Yeah.
Brother, was it the tunnel or was it you flying on your friend? You're muted, brother.
I thought I was already
Brother,
muted. It was bad. It was bad.
Your lips are moving, but
I thought I was already muted, and then I muted myself to start talking. It was stupid. Anyways,
We were talking about the carpet rides because first, but this just before we all laid down, we were talking about that second option into the tunnels. It does get you into town, remember? Just in the back half, not into the castle, really. I was kind of thinking about it myself, and I have a spell of greater invisibility, but that only really gets us by for a little bit. If we skirt around the camp, though, too, we could probably all make it. Kind of follow the river to use it as sound coverage and the foliage there to get around, and then sneak in at least a little closer.
I have passed without a trace, if that would help.
We also have the cultist robes. We don't have enough for everybody, but we have some of them.
That wouldn't be bad for a recon mission. We haven't been able to get anybody inside. We've only been able to do these flying sweeps, so we have no idea what their defenses are beyond actual visual confirmation.
I can also disguise myself to look like one of them.
Josh, would I have seen if these looked like a specific, if they had any markings at all?
What's that? The cultists?
The cultist, yeah.
No, you mean like on their person?
I don't know. She said disguise yourself. Could I help her with disguising, or could she just see it and turn into it?
Well, I think that's what Zeph is saying, but I don't think you've seen it, if that's what your question is, because you haven't seen a cultist yet. Actually, I don't think.
Oh, not
up close, at least.
Okay, so flying over doesn't count. Oh my god, your cat is so cute.
Yeah, they're because they were pretty well clothed and hooded, and they were far enough away that you only got shapes rather than kind of like blurry images, not really a full understanding of what they look like.
Okay. Alrighty. I will say deja vu. I feel like we've had this conversation. AKA hats off. I'm pretty sure we had this exact. We were gonna say we were good. I think the last time we talked, we were planning on doing exactly this, which is a few of us pretend to be them, sneak in while the others recon, or it was like I thought we were gonna fly over the same way that he came in, Donar.
Mm-hmm.
So he was gonna fly me, and then Squall was gonna fly himself, and then Shia was going to turn into something that can fly, and then the others who couldn't turn into flying objects would wear the cult capes.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine with doing any of that. I am not very charismatic, so I will probably turn into something no matter what. And Zeph, if you go in disguised as something, we could go back to our old routine where I was the rat.
In my pocket.
Yep.
Bonnie, but
We gotta come up with a name for that.
Yeah. I'm fine with any of whichever of those we want to go with. I can fly, or we could disguise ourselves.
While you guys were kind of discussing a plan, the chicken named Cat started circling and kind of like pecking around Mime.
Mime's gonna try to pick it up.
Seems
I don't know where chicken came from.
Seems content to be in your arms.
Could Cat get us over there?
oh,
Like into the city?
shit. Yes, I feel like you
What?
can. Cat.
It's the chicken magic. We're gonna get gold eggs.
He's transportation.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
far though?
Does
I
he
don't know.
teleport? I don't understand. He is transportation. What does that mean?
He can cross planes of existence, I think, or something.
Yeah,
All I
okay.
know is that Shia and Donar were stuck in that obelisk that you passed by last night, and Cat was there, and we asked Cat to get them out, and Cat teleported into the obelisk and teleported them out.
That's awesome. I'm gonna start petting Cat.
And the chicken that was balking before starts to purr softly in your arms.
That's a good cat.
And it does kind of stir a little bit though, and start poking around over your shoulder into your sack, like poking its head into it.
Oh, what do I have that it would like?
Bread.
I don't know if I have bread. I have.
Well, I have a backpack full.
I have a bunch of fruit. I have old octopus, probably still.
Probably not good.
Ooh, man. Yeah, that's been a minute.
It was cooked.
Oh, okay. Still been at least a couple weeks, I feel like, since you guys been at sea.
It's been a long time, yeah. I'm sure chickens like blueberries, right? I'm gonna pull out some blueberries.
Kind of
Chickens will eat everything.
shakes its head and just and like dives into your bag, and you hear it clinking at a jar inside. Oh wait, no wait, aren't you you're not the one that has it. And she kind of like jumps back out. They just jump back out then, and then go over to
Okay.
to
I put it down. I let Cat go.
Kind of flutters down to the ground and then starts circling around Idril. And then kind of comes to their pack. His pack. Looks at it askingly.
I just like open it up for him.
And it jumps in and starts rooting around, and you hear it tink 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 on the bottle that has a Dune in it.
I don't have that. Mime does.
I thought you did because I thought Mime got it at first and then said, or no, wait, you got it at first. That's how it went. You got it at first and said, I don't trust myself with it. No, wait, who got it first? Zeph got it first and then handed it to Mime because Mime was captain. That's why, okay, yeah. I had to go back in my tactile memory a little bit.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Taps on Mime's bottle.
Yep, cat's on Mime's bottle, pecking at it.
So much stuff. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna open a Dune here.
And then Cat looks over at Squall like,
Oh, that's right. Squall was translating. I was like, wasn't Cat talking? That's why we're calling him Cat?
Yeah, but he's a
We
chicken.
promised. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
We promised him that, or them, that it could go back to Adune, so he's probably sad.
Wait, the chicken wants to go back to Adune?
Mm-hmm.
The chicken's a cat, though.
Yeah, right, but it knows Adune?
Yeah, it's the chicken that was on the boat with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
it was
Yeah,
it was
you know.
it was in your room at one point. It was in Squall's and Idril's, I think, too.
Oh, that's right, I remember. Okay, so I mean, once we gotta save Gargant first, and then we can go back to the ocean.
How did Adune get into that bottle?
I wasn't there for that.
I don't think
I don't
anyone knows because it was just handed to you by the hermit.
Okay, well, if it's just hermit magic, I'm good for that reasoning. I don't need any more explanation.
You should really double check your sources before dealing with magic, Squall.
Yeah, it's kind of a repeating theme of mine, I guess.
Yeah, I'm catching that drift.
Yeah, it's fine though.
Probably
Cool
why his
powers.
soul's promised to a fiend.
Yeah, for now. For now. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
You got us attacked by gargoyles.
Twice.
Well, think of it as, I don't know. It's not that bad. We lived. No one got hurt. Could be worse. Could be the gargoyles. Some of them are dead. So, always a silver lining.
Yeah, so what's the game plan here?
Well, I could.
Donner chimes in. Many options, it seems. No singular solution. It seems we should just choose one and go with it.
I mean, you know the layout better than any of us, aside from Shia, so what do you two think is the best course of action?
What are the odds? Shia, are your brothers going to want to help us?
I mean, it is their kingdom.
Donner,
I'm surprised the idiots didn't come up with this plan already.
Well, exactly. So if they haven't come up with it yet. Are they really trying to get rid of them?
Donna does chime into that too. I've only been calling it out too because I know I can be like the chicken or the other character. So, anyways, but he says,
Well, they'd been working on a plan. They hadn't been too concerned with it at first, but the last couple weeks, not even, more of like a week and a half or so, that's when they'd really been entrenched in and causing trouble with the merchants. For originally they were just sitting out here building kind of their encampment after we'd kicked them out of town, so we assumed they were just going to have a little shanty town that they were going to try and, pawn their religion off on anyone, and we didn't really want to destroy them. So it's only been a little while, but I think the other brothers and father, and as I'd mentioned, Lars, and his many resources are working on some solutions as well. I think they'd had at least some battlements installed on the wall, and as well as reinforce the guards and such, getting ready for this assault to some degree. You understand? So I think they would be willing to help. That's without saying. How they might want to help, I'm not really sure. They wouldn't really involve me in all of their planning as much. They didn't think I had much to offer.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
you have lots to offer, Ladonna.
maybe whenever we come in, maybe they'll be a little bit more willing to listen with us delivering the boon.
The boon?
Hmm.
Yeah, the boon water.
Oh, is that what you've been calling it? We've been calling it sparkly, sparkly, good, good.
Yes,
Proof.
yes.
Mime does some finger guns.
That's a lot better of a name. But yeah, a god called it a boon. She called it her boon water. So I am just phrasing.
Oh, you've met a god? That is a development.
Yes. In fact, I've had a god sponsor me.
You are god blessed? Oh, mate.
Wait, are we... Time out. Are we god blessed?
yeah,
I thought we were like... Okay.
I mean, each of you, for the most part, have at least been visited by a god, or at least have been told who your sponsor is, if you will.
So I was trying to...
And so and that's also if not the exact term, a similar term that the mountain hermit was calling you guys, is that you were basically god blessed, or of a sort, something like that. I forget what the exact term is that I used, but yeah.
Sponsored.
Yeah, sponsored by.
Boonification.
Boonified.
And upon the name Boon being
A booner.
alerted to both a Squall,
Matata.
I think
Sorry.
I think most of you, other than Shia and Thea, actually had not used your boons with Zenith. It's something that alights in your mind.
I did.
Idril? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I hadn't yet.
Okay,
Adriel
so...
did.
Okay, yep. I got that mixed up then, is all my memory.
Yeah, because I asked about my tattoos. Or I asked about the father.
No, I think you did ask about your tattoos. And that's when she told you about...
It was one or the other.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so mine's already used up.
But that is a memory that jumps in you guys' mind when the word boon was mentioned. And Donar goes on to say,
Well, that is surprising. Are your friends here also all then god blessed? It is an odd company you are traveling with. I'm not sure we've all been completely formally introduced, but it's kind of been picking up as we've traveled along here. And also, it's pretty impressive then, I would say, if you have the gods at your beck.
Yeah, we were essentially told that there's a grouping of gods that have taken certain interests in our group.
I guess that would make
and in us as individuals.
I could talk to that cat, and I point to the chicken.
He leans over to Shia and goes, "Are they all okay over here? Like, mentally? They intact?"
Yes, brother.
Hear that?
You can roll a perception, but he's at least 10 feet away from you, it looks like. So, I mean, he could whisper.
I just got a 12.
You kind of catch mentally, and you're like,
Brother, you do have to understand, we've seen a lot more than you guys have, and that's no offense to you because Father likes to keep us in the gates.
No
but
offense taken, sis.
there's a lot. There's a lot. You need to learn. And she, like, pats on his head. I don't know how tall he is compared to Shia.
He's actually slightly bigger than her. That's why he, if you remember, those couple times jokingly called her little sis, even though you're the older sister. And so you have to kind of get up to pat on his head. You're not on your tiptoes, but you definitely have to stretch to like reach the top of his head.
Easy there. Is he like 7'8"?
Yeah. That's
Yes.
Isn't that like small
He's
for?
8 foot.
Well, isn't that like small for? No, 8 foot. Definitely not 8 foot. Okay. I will remember it was 7 foot or something like that was like an average height for something.
I thought like
6 foot is their average, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like it was like higher, so like a short dragonborn would be
so
like 5'10".
You don't have to reach up, but his head is at least a head taller than yours. That's what I was kind of imagining. So you have to like
7'6".
Okay.
That's because I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand how tall he is because she is 6'6".
Okay.
Or 6'3".
6'3", so then he's only like 6'11".
Okay.
Comparatively.
So I reach up and I pat his head. I'm short.
Yeah.
Let me have this. My character is 6'3".
Yeah, right. And he just goes, but kind of takes it in stride, like, okay. You were saying something though.
Moi?
Yeah, I thought so. To him about something.
You got all worked up about your height complex, and now she forgets.
Sorry about that. I thought I completed the thought. I thought I was saying that we traveled.
Oh, okay. And there was things that you
And-
need to learn, and you just pat him on the head. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Like, there's a lot more that you could learn here, brother. Pat, pat.
He just responds with beyond the grumble, just, yeah, I know. Father has kept us pretty well locked up in there and protected. Not that I'm complaining. I get to have my way with the benefits of our heritage, at least. The town isn't very extremely large compared to all those that come to visit, but I've met some travelers, at the very least.
Yeah.
But that is pretty impressive. I'm going to have to tell some of my buds and brag about my God-blessed sister now.
Yeah, you do that, though. Even God-blessed Father won't wink an eye or stare an eye, whatever the phrase is.
Bat and I.
That! That's the word I was going for.
You're damn right, unless you're getting married anytime soon, and that's something else that we have. I'm sure he'll be asking you and Mother, of course.
Well, he wouldn't like who I married anyways, because it wouldn't be a man, so we'll just not go there.
And he just kind of looks around at the friends, but he takes that in stride as if he'd already kind of guessed as much. You know how...
Yeah, he already knew, because,
Yeah.
like, she
You
is
all-
pretty,
You
like, man, like, she, I don't know, her short hair, beefy build,
Mhm.
she, like, holds her own, never wears a skirt, thinks they're a sin, burns them in her free time.
burns them in her free time. Um.
Oh, sis, I can relate to you there.
And you makes eye contact with Mime.
Wait, I thought you were gunning for Zeph, weren't you?
Oh, he kept hitting on Mime.
It
No,
was
Mime.
Mime.
So
Okay.
I couldn't tell if he was hitting on everybody or if it was just me, right?
No, it's just you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
It's because I'm so short, isn't it?
Well, that's what I just sent a height chart to the Discord,
Oh, okay.
and it shows like all the different races, and like the halfling compared to the dragonborn is
Pretty hilarious.
comical.
You're like
Yeah.
looking
I'm
up
less than half. I'm less than half this height.
Yep.
I could just scoop you up, little one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess average is like 7'2". Yeah. So she is pretty short for a dragonborn, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when it came to that category. At least that's what I had remembered as well. It was like 7.
Also, female dragonborns are typically like, I think I read like around like 5 inches shorter than the males.
See, honestly,
typically.
that's I feel like wrong, because dragons are a bit of a race in regards to, like, you know, reptiles. And reptiles, the females are definitely bigger, as to what I recalled. I thought.
I mean, that would be a cool... I'm okay with switching this. I mean, they can be...
She just wants to be tall.
Yeah, no, I have no opposition behind that. Although this
I didn't
similar
know
in size.
bugbear was a thing, and it makes
Females
me
are
really happy.
slightly larger than males in most species, although in few species males are larger than females. So it in general, very general, lizard females are slightly larger than males. In general.
Which is, I guess, let's just say, which is probably why, especially why he calls me little sis, because maybe it's actually like a tease on a height thing, like, oh, you're so small, comparably, and like in society. God damn, I'm short again.
Well,
Okay.
it doesn't help that I was gonna say your other character you could do something with, but then I was like, never mind.
No,
Dwarf.
no.
So, yeah, what are we doing here, guys? Day's getting on a little bit. It's getting a little hungry. I was hoping to get back across the wall to get a good breakfast in, at least in the castle.
Yeah, I say let's head out now. Let's do the flying, and then if you guys want to sneak, or okay, so there's 2 options. One is the flying, and then you guys blend sneak through encampment, and then the second option is for all of us to sneak around. Sneak around the whole encampment together, which is probably of a higher risk, I would say, but
Donut is nodding his head as you're saying all of that.
Yeah, I guess the more people that we have sneaking, the more of a chance that one of us is gonna slip up.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so should the couple people, the three, Donar, Squall, and Shia go, and the rest of us hang out here and wait for word?
I'd say you guys get, you guys put the capes on and the disguises, and you walk on through encampment
I know how much
and kind of be the ground.
you want to sneak on through, Zeph, but I did want to remind you, you did have a flying ability now, I thought, too.
I was just about to say that, and I was gonna ask, how heavy, like, is everybody else? Because, like, would it be possible for, like, Squall and me, or even Thea, if she transforms into a flyer, to, like, carry the other party members that can't fly?
Mime is small, so in theory that could work.
Yeah, I'm only like 40 pounds.
Yeah, do you have ability to change into large flying creatures?
It's by challenge rating, so I could go anything up to a half, which
Is it still only a
usually have
half?
the chart pulled up.
When does it change? Because aren't you're level 6?
It is like you divide your level in half. It changes at 8 because there is no like 3/4, you know.
Right. Okay.
So it's still
So
a half.
got a bit. All right.
Yeah.
Buh.
So I could be, let's see, a giant owl.
I would say that's the best like, for sure, because owls are real stealthy. So us flying up, I say giant owl. And then you carry Mime. Who's Idril? So Zeph, can you carry Idril?
How much do you weigh, Idril?
I weigh 125 pounds.
Also, is it a concentration spell to cast levitate? Because technically, I could levitate, hold on to the back of the carpet. Idril can go on the carpet, and then, or I can levitate.
But isn't levitate just like a few feet off the ground?
Yeah, but if the few feet is over the carpet,
I see what you're trying to do.
So it is concentration, and it lasts for up to 10 minutes.
so you wouldn't be able to cast 2 spells. So you're saying that your flying is a spell as well?
No, my flying is me using like my key point, which is to do like Step of the Wind, which gives me like more movement speed. And then because of like my draconic training, I unfurl spectral dragon wings when I use that, when I spend a key point to use Step of the Wind. And I gain a flying speed equal to my walking speed.
So you can fly, but I can't. And I'm a dragonborn. Ridiculous. Okay. I mean, that's awesome. That's really fucking cool. So,
I mean, I know this really cool mountain that you could go to and train with some pretty chill dragon.
I might take you up after this. Alrighty.
I just took it on principle that you were turning into an Althea, but
Yep, I think I am.
okay.
I was trying to look up how much they can carry, but I don't know that I'm gonna find conclusive results of that on the internet.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what my carry weight is, but also I have a pretty full inventory right now. Like I have.
So, just for a giant owl update, 9 foot tall with a 20-foot wingspan. Think you can carry one person.
Cool.
5 pounds.
I will carry someone.
I'm 48 pounds.
It's pretty light. Could Squall carry you?
I wouldn't count on that. I think I have a negative modifier into my strength. No, I'm +0. So
Your carrying capacity is 15 times your strength.
Oh, cool.
15
okay,
times
well, that's-
0.
0.
Is it your strength modifier or your strength?
No, your strength score.
Oh, okay. Well then,
So, like, a creature that has a strength of 10 can carry 150 pounds.
I can carry 165 pounds.
There you go.
I can carry 225, so I'd be able to carry Idril. It'd just
Goddamn.
be really close, because I'm at 93 pounds. of
I'm
my
just
weight carried
imagining
right
what
now.
that looks like. Is that just like is Idril's probably bigger than you, so you're probably like, oh, just like flying around.
Yeah, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 5'6", I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 5'6".
I can actually imagine that pretty easily because I'm 5'6", and Bree, you're like 5'7", so like 3 more inches on like my brother.
5'9".
5'9". My brother.
Thank you.
5'9". My brother is 5'11". That's why I was trying to like do those sorts of numbers too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine that. That's not improbable. There's also Gunther to be considered, FYI.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Well, but
Well,
we have 3
Gunther
people that
blinks.
can fly.
Well,
So
Gunther. Gunther, isn't he a blink dog?
He has to see
Yeah.
where he's blinking, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has to be able to see it, and it's 40 feet.
But how much does Gunther weigh? Because can Squall carry Gunther?
I'd say he's a similar. He's like maybe. Well, I don't know if you'd had something worked out via Cassidy.
I was just gonna look up on the internet. I don't know how much he weighs.
How big is he? Like,
He's a medium creature.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think, like, in terms of, like, different dogs.
It has taken us 2 hours to figure out how to get into this city.
And
Well, okay, wait. So we were talking about sneaking around, but doesn't Donar have the cat or invisibility, and then someone has cast without a trace? So I feel like actually at this point, with all our calculations of trying to carry people, it might just be better to sneak around the encampment.
Thea just whoos at you.
I can understand common, but I can't. I still have an intelligence lower than
I usually like.
Oh, Squall could translate, though, right?
If he casts
Blink Dog stands nearly 3 feet at the shoulders and weighs up to 180 pounds.
That's what I was reading too.
God damn it, Gunther.
So, like,
No.
And
Fucking beefy boy.
this is I was being considerate in only saying Gunther too because there's still all the horses, but I figured you guys would just leave them on the bank and be like, "Screw you, horses, bye."
You slap him on the butt. Go,
Yep.
go on.
Go live your
Mine
best
is
life.
a wild horse. Wild dog horses.
All right. So, the people who are flying, we fly. The people who cannot fly, or that we're left with. So I think, is it Idril?
No, Idril's with Zeph.
Because we figured out we can.
It's just Gunther.
It's just Gunther. Well,
Oh,
I guess couldn't Squall.
Gunther stay with the horses?
I was going to interject with this too. Couldn't you Squall? No, wait. We discovered that. Well, Mime's pretty light. That's why I was thinking you could still carry Mime.
yeah, you could carry Mime, and then,
Thea could carry Gunther.
Carry
yeah.
Gunther?
Sorry.
I can carry Gunther, but then I can only carry Gunther.
And then the horses are just. Are you slapping them on the asses?
Yeah.
Be free.
I'm releasing mine into the wild, yes.
Okay.
Well, do we want to
gonna-
tell him to just like hang out here,
Yeah.
like in case we
I'm-
need them?
It's too late for. Oh, wait, I'm an owl. Never mind.
So when I say slap on the ass, I was kind of like being comical because I think we'd probably just be like, stay here.
Oh,
You
I
know,
would have released
here's
mine
some-
if I wasn't an owl.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but like, it's not like we have them tied down because I think that's cruel. But I think like keeping them where they are, and they might move, they might run away. They're free to do what they want. But there's not really any way we can keep them in one location.
And Squall ask Meredith to like tell them to hang out here and that we'll be back.
Or-
Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna cast.
Meredith.
Donut
Yeah.
Donut chimes in with, "Well, if you can tell them to stay here, couldn't you tell them to like, come up to the gate or whatever, too?"
Would
If
they
they
be able to
kill
get
them.
through? Yeah, would the cultists let them
I
just
mean,
walk up to the gate?
they're freaking horses. I haven't seen them do too
Hey.
much to horses, but they probably would eat them if they did see them, I would assume. That's probably why I haven't
Yeah.
seen too many horses. But if they sneak around, maybe.
We're killing time here. I think we need to get into the city
Yeah.
kind of ASAP. I mean, let's go. The sun is burning.
It's noon the next day.
Yeah.
Not quite. It's still noon. Getting close to noon, though. It is like probably 10 o'clock. You can tell your guys' bellies are grumbling. You're getting a little pissy.
Get that.
You
Hey,
need
I'm gonna.
Snickers.
I'm gonna eat another piece of bread.
I mean, while we're talking, I'm guessing we're figuring out as noon. She had, whips out. She has a piece of bread and the piece of bread is 1d10. So she also has 2 pieces of meat. So she pulls out a piece of meat and hands it to the person beside her.
Which is Donor, so far as I could tell. But yeah, he accepts it graciously and says, "Thanks, sis."
Yeah, all I have left is half a gold mushroom, and I don't think now is the time to eat that.
Oh.
I
I mean,
give
I
you.
have food.
I have to say, Thea, that is beautiful.
This is what's happening right now.
I have.
You're free. Gunther.
So we're eating, and I guess I see Seth kind of scrummaging through her bag and like not coming up with anything. And she goes, I have a piece of meat left, and I also have some veg. You want some veg?
I'll take the piece of meat.
Does anybody want some cheese or some salted meat or some strawberries?
I'll take strawberries.
Why does Mime have a charcuterie board?
Because Mime is prepared.
Just pulls it out of her bag already, like spread out on a board.
My god is the goddess of agriculture, so gotta
That makes sense.
gotta be ready.
So
I pull worms out of the ground and eat them with my beak.
I feel like no, yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
I would do that normally, probably.
I can imagine like turning into animals have like some side effects. You like as you turn back into whatever your original creature was, you like go back. You're like, oh, I'm hungry. You start like pecking the ground again. You're like, shit, not
My
again.
social skills are so bad.
Did anybody read the Animorph books when they were younger?
I don't think I have read that.
I read a few, but
Oh man, they were so good. I read like all of them. There's like 60. But anyway, they talk about that in the books, right? Because they change into animals.
Yeah.
Talk about if they spend too long in their animal form, when they change back, they like have adapted and carry some of those. Anyway.
No, I've read things that are similar to that, but I haven't read those ones in particular. I know what you're talking about because that is something too where I was getting at originally with the Thea is always naked whenever she transformed because clothes don't morph. But with the ring of reasonable size, at least now you've got that going for you. But you would potentially, I mean, still like crave certain things that those things would change into, or like on the opposite spectrum, right? So like you could also be like that one a creature and then like have a realization suddenly like, oh man, I'm human and I'm eating this. This is gross.
Next time I turn into a worm, I'm gonna have an identity crisis.
So, are you talking to these horses, or rather Meredith Squall?
Yes, I will cast Speak with Animals and let her know. Just out of character, what was the main plan again? Just to have them chill here? So I know Dunard said something about bringing them with us to the castle gate or something.
Yeah, but then they might get eaten, so I would
Yeah.
just tell them to
All right,
hang out here. That we'll be back.
All right, I'm just gonna tell Meredith to hang out here, keep the horses, keep them here. We'll be back. What's up with what's Cat doing? Like, what's the
Cat is
rooster,
currently
chicken,
like
cat?
chilling on in Mime's pack, basically on top of the bottle.
Adina.
Yeah,
Oh,
Adune.
okay.
And also Zabib next to Idril is actually talking to you, Idril. No one else can hear it, obviously. And he just says, I gotta get out of Donar's voice here for a second. Oi, Zabib, here. I know you probably see me all the time, but I don't talk that much, But hey, I could lead the horses. They kind of seem to, weirdly, they seem to be able to see me or something. I don't know. And he like starts petting the horse you're under, or were with Idril, and it appreciatively.
I'd be like, yeah, if you can take care of the horses for us, that would be great.
Yeah, I could do that, or
So I like say that out loud, but like I'm talking to thin air.
yeah.
And then I like turn to the group and I'm like, hey, Zabib over here can watch the horses for us and make sure that they're taken care of while we go on this mission.
Do we know about that?
Wait, he's still here?
Who was the beep again?
He's one of the Zenith followers that died.
He died, but He's still with me.
This is news to us, right?
Yeah, remember he tried killing us?
No, he tried killing himself.
Well, but then when he died, he was like attacking us.
No, he was at the altar and was attacked by the other people that you guys hadn't protected him basically, and he died with the rest of the Zenith followers.
That big sad.
Big sad.
It was big sad.
Big sad. Yeesh. A big eat. Even. All right. So, sure. Yeah. Sounds good. We should probably get going. We had our munch.
And Donna starts floating up into the air while you're saying that, kind of leading the way back towards there, and he leans into you quickly while he's ahead of the bunch and says, really, I don't know how the rest of the family's gonna interact with the rest of these people. This is pretty freaking crazy, you know? Like, there's... I don't know.
Easy there, brother.
Well, you know me.
They'll be just fine. She says
I'll sit 'em.
very unconfidently.
I'll hit him with the finger guns. It'll be fine.
No one can resist the finger guns.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of bear hug Idril, and we'll take off as well, following them.
I think Idril is crazy. I don't believe her about the ghost. Or him, sorry. But yeah, also the flying.
Show you the world, shining, shimmering.
I'm gonna look at Idril before like we take off and be like, sorry about the smell. The ogre heart's getting pretty ripe.
Maybe we can throw that into one of these camps.
Yeah.
That would be a great way to clear a camp out. Just throw the rotting corpse pieces we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
If you make it too disgusting to be there, they can't stay.
They have their own pile of corpses, don't they? And they just like hang out near it. Didn't they have like a big pile of bodies?
That is true.
Inside the camps?
Yeah. I think you missed that. We were someone was where they weren't supposed to be, I think, and they were looking at the pile of bodies.
No,
it's on the bridge.
Yeah, you guys got closer to the bridge and seen that than Mime had. Mime hadn't seen that on the bridge at all.
I don't.
If you just...
Josh, I'm not sure where where you moved them off to.
Oh, I'm getting as much as I can. I was trying to figure out how best to do this. I'm just gonna do that thing that I always do, and add the whole party because it's gonna take forever otherwise. And there's just gonna be some rando people that aren't actually there.
And some really thick horses. Yep.
And it's going to try to poop out on me too while I'm adding everybody to the area. Oh yeah, you guys are all like weirdly placed, of course.
I'll fly away, leave all this to yesterday.
Horses aren't here. Go away, horse. Go away, horse. But you guys fly into... I'll just start describing too, so that makes some sense at least. Fly over the encampment. You see those areas laid out as she is kind of scribbled into the dirt, and you're getting a better idea of what those places look like. And you get towards the entrance into Gargant, and in between the two mountains, the gate is situated as they've described, and it's protecting the entry, but you also see these aligned carts that are in front of it, but all the things Donner was saying too are there, with the embattlements of that Lars had been paying for and to get more of the guards. It seems like there's quite a good bit of busyness along the walls, but you actually go past the walls and land in a courtyard just behind the walls inside of the first gates of Gargant. If this will actually cooperate with me and not make me fight moving each individual person 15 times.
I'm in a wall, I think. Well, I can't see where I am.
You should be in a courtyard, but you might want to refresh because I've had to move each of one of you like 7 different times for the same reason. Like, it just, you appeared on the map and then it pushed you off to the side of it, basically. And the horses still won't go away. Go away, horse. Be free.
Oh, that's my horse.
The thick one.
They really need to have like a search bar for when you like right click to move people.
The real problem, honestly, is that I'll move people, and then it won't move them. They'll just pop back to where they were, or whatever. If you haven't experienced that, it's a big pain in the butt, because it's like it's lagging behind their servers to what I'm actually inputting for moving the people. But I think we have everyone except for Donar's carpet. And when you guys all land, basically, inside of this courtyard, there is an individual seeming to read off of this paper that, scroll really, rather, and standing next to a guy that's softly drumming on 2 drums to keep his rhythm as he's reading, and they're kind of standing towards this circle of mushrooms that they're chanting at in a soft tones.
Excuse me.
And
gentlemen,
you land there, and they look up to you, but they make eye contact, but they don't break their rhythm. And there's our dragonkin drumming, and an elf person actually reciting names, and it's Thea and in your owl state that recognizes, oh, he's a high elf. He's performing some rituals for the passing of people in their time. They've grown some mushrooms and are experiencing their mourning period appropriately for soldiers that have been lost. So you're like, have the high elves made it down here?
This is the person that's like towards the top of the screen.
Yeah.
He's a high elf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other guy is a dragon.
Yep.
So, I hate to do this,
but you're landing in the square, and there is no hate involved.
But I am gonna go because it is our anniversary.
Please do.
And okay.
Enjoy.
All right, I'll do. At least I get to spend 30 minutes with him before we go to bed.
I'm going. I'm gonna say that you and your brother are like, well, we're going to talk to our family first. It's best. It's in our best interest to keep family matters for now, and kind of wander off.
Warm them up.
Yeah.
They don't really get to see many people. Yes, okay. All right, well, Farewell.
And
I'll
you
see
guys
you guys
just
around.
march
Later.
through the door and up
Bye.
and out of there. Ciao. Have fun.
I mean, I'm not opposed to calling it. I feel like this might be a good
It is a good stopping point. It's up to you guys.
place to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my astral is working, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's all black. There's I'm with
May
the-
try refreshing again, just to get a visual, but it's definitely been giving me troubles here. Too.
Say, I don't see Thea here in the courtyard with us.
I see Thea, but she's an owl. Currently.
I do not see an owl. I see a
Yeah.
Gunther.
Yeah, I have Gunther, Mime, Squall, myself, and Indril, and then the Dragonborn drummer and the elf.
That's odd.
Are you sure it's me and not just some other owl?
No, I'm positive. 100%. Hundo P. I see a blue owl which you had shifted into this time. I liked the white tipped frosting of the wings, that's why I chose. I know you were going for that green the last time, but it didn't have it was just all green. Anyways, you're there. I've moved you around a little bit. You're still under Gunther, kind of like how you had it situated before too. Shh, Cassidy just went
Infinite
online.
refreshes.
Oops, I just moved you again that time. That was my fault. But you're still in the same thing, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah, you guys are in a courtyard with some death rituals going on. If you wanted to call, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for that.
Maybe I'll be able to see it when I log in next time.
Okay. I was just trying
Yeah.
to get
That
you
might
to...
just be.
Yeah. Might just be this. But I was just trying to get it in your mind, because I know how it can be coming back into a thing, and you're like, what the fuck were we doing? What is this map? Who's this guy?
I'll just switch to Gunther so I can see it. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That works. If it does work, I mean, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gunther's fine.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I got a visual in the courtyard.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll give a little bit of descriptor too beyond what you're seeing from the top down as normal. You have walls that are extending at least 20 feet up around you. You guys are in a very fortified area, you can tell. And there are some shooting. It seems like they use it for practice as well. There's some rope just kind of laying around. There's a good bit of scuff marks. There's paths around it everywhere. There's a well to the west of where you are, opposite of the people that are performing the ritual rite. And it's seeming like a general gathering area for guardsmen and such too. That a grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.